Hello, beautiful angels. Welcome to Sun and Soul. So, how are you all doing? For this week's reading, we are going to be looking into your past life. We will be seeing who were you in your past life. So, as always, there's going to be three piles for you to choose from, and for today's pile selection, going to be done through these images. So this is going to be the image for pile number 1, and this is going to be the image for pile number 2. You can pause the video if you'd like to focus or maybe meditate on the image. And this is going to be the image for pile number 3. So you can pause the video, take a minute to meditate on these images and select your piles. You can definitely select more than one because I'm not sure how many I'm going to tap into, but let's see. This is going to be a very simple and kind of short-ish reading, and I will see you in your selected piles. See you there. Hello, pile number 1. How are you doing? So, if you selected the first image, this is going to be your reading all about who were you in your past life. So, let's see. First of all, guys, let me thank you very much for supporting my channel, for coming in and joining in this reading. I think I forgot to say that in intro. I can't remember, but thank you very much. Okay, so now let's see. For your tarot cards, we have got 5 of cups, there is 6 of wands, we have the hierophant and 6 of pentacles, and we have our temperance. So starting from your tarot cards pile number 1, what I can see over here is that in your past life you were definitely some sort of a role of a teacher, like a guide, advisor. You're in that kind of role, right? At least in one of your past lives, I think you were also a warrior, because we do have a 6 of wands over here, and we have 5 of cups, and her outfit totally reminds me of those, I think it is of late 80s animations, Japanese animes, where the girls would be dressed like this, the delinquent, how do you pronounce that word? That those girls who will fight in school. So yeah, it reminds me of that outfit. So maybe Japan or Japanese culture is very important for you. And also, yes, definitely, again, a fighter warrior spirit is what I'm feeling coming in from these two combination. Definitely 6 of wands talks about a warrior returning home after a successful battle, after winning a battle, right? And yeah, I mean, you could have definitely been a fighter, a warrior in your past life, pile number 1. And also, I'm feeling like you were not in any kind of like small positions when you were fighting. You definitely had some sort of high position when you were fighting, like a commander, general, etc. I'm not very sure about the hierarchy in battles and in army in general, but you know what I'm trying to get at, right? So with the hierophant, yes, this in combination with the temperance, because temperance is a card that is related to the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, and when it is combined with hierophant and we have this image of 6 of pentacles, you were definitely a leader, a spiritual leader, or an advisor, very important advisor to some sort of empire. think of all those empires that have existed in our earthly history. And I think at least in one of those major empires, like there is Ottoman Empire, and there is this um, I can't remember, to be honest with you, at the moment, but there is this Japanese empire, and there is this multiple empires in the Chinese history, and then multiple kingdoms in throughout the Korean history, right? And I'm strongly feeling like in one of your previous past lives, pile number one, you were in a very, very important role of a teacher, of an advisor, of an empire, okay? You were leading people, you were leading courts, you were advising emperors, and you were spreading the spiritual knowledge, spiritual, it could have, you know, even religious knowledge around the country or the empire. One thing is for sure, pile number one, whether you were a warrior, a general, or you were a, say, maybe a religious leader, or just an advisor, you were definitely looked up to by a lot of people, pile number one. A lot of people listen to you. You control a huge amount, huge many people, and lead them through their lives. Everybody listened to you. You had huge authority in your past life, pile number one. And if you relate with the energy of leadership, even if you, I think with all of this leadership energy, you could also could also have carried this skill in your present life. Like you could still be one of those natural born leaders even in your current life, pile number one. That is what I feel. And also someone, you know what, you're someone who is very good at making battle strategy. You are very good at making plans and help the country develop. You, in your previous lifetime, pile number one, I'm strongly feeling like you made a huge contribution to whatever country or empire you were born in, and you helped a lot of people. You were looked up to by a lot of people. The only concern I am feeling in your previous past lives is, pile number one, with the Five of Cups, you dedicated your whole life for the cause of helping people, for the cause of helping your country, but it cost you your happiness, your personal life. I think it cost you sacrificing your personal life, your personal relationships, your personal hopes and desires, because you were fighting for something bigger, because you were working for something bigger than just self. And let's take a look at the image that you chose. In this image, as you can see, it immediately made me feel like you have a strong intuition, pile number one. And this intuition has helped you throughout your different reincarnations. This is also a strong card for me to see that yes, you were definitely a spiritual leader in one of your past life, pile number one. And with this number 10 again, and with the image of this moon and all of these clouds, definitely, pile number one, you made stuff happen. Like you were the movers and shakers of a big, like i'm I'm seeing this person. I don't know from which movie it is, but I can't remember. Anyway, it's similar to the Game of Thrones character, right? The one who was helping Daenerys, like advising her and guiding her. Peter, the character played by Peter Dinklage. I'm forgetting his name. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think you were in one of those roles in your previous lifetime, pile number one. And you, what a personality you were, pile number one, in your previous life. I think even in this life, you are someone who is always a center of attention. You are someone who always likes to win. You are very competitive, and you have natural born leadership skills, I think, because you have accumulated so much experience in this area. And with the Six of Pentacles, not just authority, not just your hard work and your willingness to sacrifice your happiness, your life for the sake of your country, but you were also very well to do person, like financially. I think, um, however, most of you were most of you were born in a common family, or at least in a middle class family, or of like those societies, and then made your way through the upper ranks, climbed towards these leadership roles. I don't think that you were exactly born in a novelty, I think, pile number one, but I think we will find about that later as we roll the cards and oh sorry roll the dice and see more of your cards. So for your next oracle card, we have our trusty moonology, and look at this. Your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So with Taurus presenting itself over here, what can I say? Pile number one, you definitely supported a lot of people. And with Taurus being the sign of prosperity, definitely you made a lot of abundance in your past life. However, you dedicated your abundance for the sake of helping other people, for the sake of helping your country. And with Taurus being in here, about who were you in your past life, pile number one, you were a very stubborn person, alright, and also someone with a very strong heart. It does not surprise me because you were a leader. And Taurus, definitely, again, the Venusian energy of popularity, of beauty is also there. You were looked up to by a lot of people. Again, that message is coming in from this card as well. You must have had a very commanding voice, pile number one, in your past life, and people listened to you. And not just listen to you, but kind of maybe even a little bit scared of you, but then again revered you in a strange way. Anyway, let's move on. And your next card your next card is full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. So what did I tell you? Yes, Sagittarius sign being the sign of gurus, sign of advisors, sign of a warrior, to be honest with you, because we do the symbol of Sagittarius is a person who is of a warrior who is drawing the bow, right, around the bow. So this is again another confirmation that yes, you were a guru, yes, you were a fighter, you were a warrior, yes, you were an advisor, yes, you were working in a very important role. And yes, rose, you you made yourself, like you climbed through the ranks with your own hard work and your sheer determination. Pile number one, you are a very passionate individual, and in combination of all of these cards, i think I think pile number one, in one of your past life, in the past life, uh, I think you are still, your soul is still not yet done. You still have few lifetimes to live. And let's see, with the numbers, what I'm seeing over here is pile number one. I think in your past life, at least one of your, in your previous lifetime, you were born in India. Definitely, I see an Indian heritage over here. There is also this, like I said before, with the Five of Cups, Asian heritage that I'm seeing. Of course, India is a part of Asia, a significant part of Asia, but what I'm talking about with the Five of Cups is the East Asian one. Like I said before, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, etc. And another one, I'm also seeing another one, which is I think it belongs to the northern part of Africa, I think. Yeah. And what else? There is also a mix of European present over here, but I think not many. So yes, definitely Asia is a major place of birth, including India. North Africa is another one, and North Africa, and yes, some parts of Europe, I think. So if you ever felt like those cultures, you were drawn to cultures of those parts of the world, definitely it's because of you were at least you were born as a citizen, as a of these countries, of these places. Now let's move on and roll the dice to see if we get any additional messages. So Spirit, this reading is for pile number one, please. All about who were they in their past life. Please give us a clear guided messages for pile number one. Who were they in their past life? And here we go. We are just doing this past life reading, what do we have here? We have South Node in Pisces in 6th house. Oh my goodness, guys, you have 666. You have 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and 6th house. Ooh, number 6 seems very important for you, and it is again reminding me of Northern Africa. So by the way, when South Node is in Pisces, this is a clear message that in one of your past life, definitely a spiritual leader of some sort, definitely an advisor, definitely a person who sacrificed a lot for the sake of their country and people. And sixth house is a house of competition, of rivalry. And what does the general do? What does the soldier do? They fight, right? They compete for the sake of country. So this is again another, and yeah, Pisces being the sign talking about past afterlife, Man, pile number one, you still have a lot, many lifetimes to live, I think. But yet, you have lived a lot, many lifetimes as well. Because this is the energy of South Node. Truth be told, pile number one, there is this another message also that I'm getting in your reading. I think at present you are born as like your own descendant. Um, Wait, what? Um, you were born as your own, like you were your own ancestor, pile number one. And you are reborn in your own ancestral line, like your own, as your own descendant, to solve some sort of issue regarding your past life. And I think it's related to yourself, not like how you were sacrificing your self, your happiness, your resources for the sake of others, but to make yourself happy, to fulfill yourself. Okay, now with this we are going to close your reading for today, pile number one. If you like the reading, please do not forget to like the video as well, comment and share with us how you felt about this reading. Please do consider subscribing to the channel. I wish you all the best. I thank you and for joining me in this reading, and I thank you guides and my guides for delivering these beautiful messages. I will see you in my next one. Until then, have a nice time. So, pile number one, hi, it's me again. It's a voiceover, by the way. I forgot to mention that among the countries that I was tapping into, North America was also one of the continent that I was strongly feeling at your reading, but I forgot to mention that. So, here it is. So, yeah, one of the places that you must have taken birth in one of your previous lifetimes is in North America. It could be Canada or just United States of America, maybe even some parts of Mexico. Okay, that's it. Hello, pile number two. How are you doing? Welcome to your reading. So let's see, who were you in your past life? The tarot cards you have for this reading today are Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. So many pentacle cards right from the beginning. You have Two of Cups, Two of Swords, and the Death card. So right away with all of these pentacles cards, guys, what I'm seeing, pile number two, is that you were a massively successful individual, and in one of your lifetimes, or maybe in multiple lifetimes, because we do have multiple cards reinforcing this message again and again, that you, I think most of your previous lifetimes you were a merchant, you were a business, you were in a business related field, like you were a merchant, maybe a trader, and you worked. And by the way, also with the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords, I think you must have also been in a business of arts, I think. Pile number two, in your previous life with the Death card. Yes, this is a major transformative energy. So you are not like doing your trading or business in just within your country, but you crossed seas, like oceans, like you, maybe you were born in Arabia and then you came to Korea to do business in, like, what, 13th century, I think, 12th, 13th century. Or maybe you were born in Europe and then you went to do business in, like, maybe in India or in far far away places, like maybe even US. But we will see. By the way, with this transformative energy of death, with combination of all of these cards, pile number 2, I am feeling sort of this energy of a grudge that you have carried in this life. Maybe there is this, maybe you have had this sort of experience about maybe hating someone or someplace or something right away with, for no reason. It may have something to do with a grudge in your past life. So if you resonate with that person, that thing, or that place definitely has, you share some sort of not so good experience regarding those. That's why you have carried those grudges from your past life. Pile number 2. So with another thing that I'm getting with the 2 of Cups is that pile number 2, in your previous life you traveled a lot. Like I said, even with the merchant, as in merchant, you were born in a working class and you worked for the country, and you traveled through different continents, traveled through different countries, and I don't think you were in much of a government related position, or maybe, you know, like those ministers and whatever general sort of position. You were mostly born as a, like I said, merchant or commoner people, right? And another thing that I'm seeing is also farming, agriculture. You are a very, very thrifty, hardworking person. Pile number 2, I think you lived a very simple life in spite of all of this traveling abroad thing and doing big business, earning money thing. You lived a very simple lifestyle. Like you worked hard, you provided for your family, you provided for yourself, and you had a simple, happy life. Like there wasn't much of a big waves, like big, um, what is it called? Like you were not like fighting in a war or something. I know there is this death card, but this is just giving me the energy of grudge only. Just grudge. Not of fighting, not of like going through big turbulences, nothing of those sort, like big disaster or something. You were a very productive person. You provided for yourself and your family very well. You were also very stingy, by the way. Pile number 2. And with the 2 of Swords, in your previous lifetime, pile number 2, I think you were a very stubborn person as well. Like you would not change your mind, you would not change your views, you would not change your decisions too easily. You have a strong, strong heart. And maybe you even worked um, as a doctor in your past life. Pile number 2, because this symbol is reminding me of that symbol that they have in hospitals and medicals, right? So maybe you might have worked as a healer, as a yeah, it's whatever they are called in ancient times, like doctors. Or maybe even as a nurse during the wars. Yeah, I don't see you fighting in a battlefield, but maybe you worked as a nurse to help those who were injured in a battlefield. That could also be another role you have played in one of your past lives. Now, the image that you choose says wheel. And with this image, at first, what I was getting, oh wow, there's this image is number 13 and that is number 13. So, definitely a very, very affluent person in your past life, pile number 2. So remember, we are talking about your past life, right? So you must have been a very, very rich, very affluent person in at least one of your past life, pile number 2, because right from the beginning we got so many pentacles cards, and all of those are good pentacles, right? And then again with this whole image, it just screams luxury, it just screams expensive. You lived a very, very prosperous life, very, very abundant life in your past life, pile number 2. You may even had some sort of relationship, something to do with working in the field of, like I said earlier, healing, and also craftsmanship, like an artist. Did I say that before? Because I do see a artist in this pile. Okay, now let's move on to see your Moonology cards, and we have North step out of your comfort zone. So in astrology, pile number 2, when we see North Node, we talk about like focus, we talk about direction, we talk about obsession, right? And North Node is one of those, well, it is not, we cannot say it's a planet, but not the energy of North Node is all about achievement, is all about focus and drive towards its goal, like, and it's a explosive energy when we talk about North Node, obsessive energy. And with this number 13, this mysterious obsessive energy is again being shown over here. May, like, if it is North Node, pile number 2 coming in as your energy from past life, you fulfilled a huge destiny in your past life, is what I'm feeling. Like you fulfilled a very important role in your past life, and this role, I'm not sure what it is, because it is a something to do with like smokes. I'm not sure why I'm seeing smokes, but something about smokes is was very important, or like very prominent in one of your past life. Maybe the grudge that you carry has something to do with smokes. And again, with North Node, it talks about foreign things, outsiders. So it doesn't surprise me that because that message came up earlier as well, that you visited, you travel a lot of places. I think you even were born in all over the places in the world. Let's see, what do we have over here? We have Asian heritage here, but I think this has to be Middle or West Asia, like Arabs and Turkey maybe. And we have European, definitely European descent. Even Pacific region is coming up with these Two of Cups and Two of Swords. And what else? We have, wait, we have Indian as well. We have Indian, we have Pacific heritage, like island nations, we have European. Oh my goodness, we have all of these. Like I told you, part number 2, you were born in a lot of different places of earth. And with the death, I'm not getting a particular place from this death card. Pile number wait, are you an alien? Do you resonate with the energies of star seeds? Pile number 2. If you do, maybe this death card comes because of that star seed energy. Really, because I cannot tap into any energy like earthly energy, earthly places from this card. Your last card says, New Moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. Now this is interesting because earlier I was talking about you were not a soldier or a warrior, or you were not fighting, you were not in a government related jobs, right? But with this Capricorn, New Moon in Capricorn, Capricorn is another one of those signs that talks about battles, that talks about hard work, that talks about working for the people. So maybe, like I said earlier, you worked as a healer for those who were fighting in the battles. You worked as some sort of helper. Definitely merchant has come up, artist, craftsman has come up. And with this new moon in Capricorn, you had a huge influence in your past life. This death energy, this nut node, there is this huge destiny that I'm feeling again and again with you, pile number 2. You have a huge mission, because if it is new moon in Capricorn, you lived in a huge house in one of your past life, or maybe even multiple ones, because this message is coming up again, right? And you lived in a huge house, maybe even a castle, because of your abundance. You lived a very, very abundant life. You had huge influence. Definitely. But this battle energy, I'm not sure why is this battle energy coming up with this Capricorn again. Okay, I think we should move on and roll your astro dice to see if we get any additional messages for your reading, pile number 2. So Spirit, this reading is for pile number 2. Who were they in their past life? Please give us some specific, any additional messages, whatever you can, please, for pile number 2. You have Leo, Moon in Leo. Oh, it's 6th house. Now here's the thing, pile number 2. When I see Moon in 6th house, you are, and then Leo being in the 6th house. First of all, with the Moon in 6th house in one of your past lives, or maybe in multiple ones even, because I do see multiple past lives, because you were born all over the world, alright? Maybe even a star seed. When Moon is in 6th house, pile number 2, what happens is that you work as a healer, because sixth house is a house of health, is a house of fitness, is a house of medicine. So this message we already got, okay? But another thing that I'm also getting is that, again, sixth house is also a house of competition, also a house of battles, beside Capricorn and Sagittarius for me. Well, for everybody, but and you worked with the Leo energy of royalty, like royal lineage, something to do with royals. I think you worked a lot for the royal people, like for the nobles of whatever society. And with this sixth house, when I combine this competition, this whole trading, merchanty things, maybe you travel through different countries, travel through different continents, and brought goods which were very noble, which were strange to, and then exchanged like those unique stuff from one country to another. And you were in a relation with a lot of royal families. And moon is in Leo, you were a force of nature in your past life, pile number 2. Nothing could stop you because it is in the sixth house. You have strong heart. You are very compassionate. And with moon in Leo, again, art. This message, well, we already got, right? And Leo is a leadership position, and I mostly see you as a living as a commoner, not as a aristocrat. Maybe you worked through, you worked and you made enough abundance for yourself to even maybe be richer and more influential than the born aristocrat people, families and royals. That was the energy that I was getting in the beginning up until now, because with Leo, something to do with royal lineage is present over here. And sixth house, again, maybe you gave a lot of money as a debt to royal families. Pile number 2, this is a strange message, I admit, okay? Okay, this is all I got for now. Pile number 2 for you. If you like this reading, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please comment how you felt about this reading. I will be happy to know. And yeah, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you have not yet done so. And I wish you all the very best for this lifetime. Hope you get over this grudge, if you are aware of, to be honest with you. And yeah, you definitely have a huge destiny is playing out throughout your lifetimes, is what I'm seeing. And if you feel resonated with this energy, let me know in the comment section. I would love to know. And with this, I wish you all the very best. I hope I will see you in my next one. Until then, have a good time. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. How are you doing? Okay, pile number 3. So let's see, who were you in your past life? Let's take a look at your tarot cards first, okay? You have King of Cups, Six of Swords, the Empress, Two of Wands, and the World. So right from the beginning, pile number 3, this is the energy that I was confused with pile number 2, and this is the energy that I did not find in pile number 1. But with you, this has been repeated not 2 times, not 3 times, but 4 times. I think in most of your previous lifetimes, you were born as a nobility. You were born as a part of royal families, okay? because you have the King of Cups, you have the Empress, and even with the World. And man, to be honest with you, with this card that you choose first, I was not thinking about maybe pile 3 would be the of royal lineage or something. But when I draw these cards, I'm amazed. I'm whew, pile number 3. You were quite you lived a quite a luxurious life in your past lives, and you know what, I think you are almost done with your what is it called, different lifetimes. Maybe this lifetime, maybe one of your you know what, I'm not going to go further with that message, because this can be not all people will take this very well. But yeah, you lived a lot, many lifetimes, pile number 3, and successfully at that, with the Empress. So much abundance, so much power, so much authority. You, in one of your lifetimes, pile number 3, you were, yeah, born as a royalty, but among those lifetimes of being born as a royalty, of as a nobility, maybe in one of those you might have had to, like, with the 6 of Swords, give up your country, give up your royal um, heritage, and what is it called, what is the word that I'm looking for, you had to just leave, okay. And in one of your previous lifetimes, pile number 3, with this World card, like, you were a star, pile number 3, you were a star, and you were known throughout the whole world. Your name was well known in previous lifetimes. You were someone whose influence was spread far widely spread. What am I even talking about? You had a huge influence throughout the world, okay? That was what I was trying to say. And yeah, you were a star, pile number 3. Maybe you were even some sort of a celebrity in your past lives, is what I'm getting with these 2 cards. And maybe you were even a actress or actor, maybe a musician, like those Beethovens and Mozarts. Oh, yeah, I see multiple lifetimes here. I do. And with these 2 of Wands, in your previous lifetime, pile number 3, you were hands-on with your ruling, okay? You ruled your country, your empire, hands-on. Like, you were not just sitting back and relaxing. You were also working hard for governing your country, or helping the king govern the country as a nobility. And with the King of Cups, again, another nobility is coming up. Maybe your, like, latest lifetime, in one of your latest lifetimes, pile number 3, you were a royal member of a royal family. And another thing that I'm also seeing with this Empress card is that in your previous lifetimes, pile number 3, mostly you must have been born as a female, okay? That's what I'm feeling. Most of your previous lifetimes, you were born as a female, and yeah, you have, like, so many people following you, following your orders, looking up to you, and wanting to be you. And like I said earlier, with the Six of Swords, maybe among those lifetimes you might have had to maybe give up your position as a royal, or a member of a house of nobility or aristocracy, because maybe one of those kingdom failed. Because it does talk about leaving behind your past and moving on, right? And when I see the card that you choose of fruition and all of these fruits, and it talks about creativity, about it talks about production, it talks about productivity, and that is the same meaning we connect with the card of Empress. Pile number 3, in your previous lifetimes, you made a huge contribution when it comes to the production, when it comes to the prosperity of your country. You were someone who made huge advancement, huge developments in your country. You made a lot of money. You made your country very strong. That is what I'm feeling. Maybe through agriculture, maybe through just trading. And yeah, again, also with the pile number 2, I was seeing musicians and artists, and even in your pile I do see musicians and artists and actors, celebrities in your pile number 3. It would be interesting that if you are a artist or maybe a musician in this life as well, because if you, I think you do carry some sort of inborn abilities with regards to art. Even like if you do have a talent in these areas, this ability, this skill, this talent, you have carried it through your previous lifetimes. Okay, this is not something that you learned and had to start from the scratch in this lifetime. Let's take a look at your Moonology cards, and you have New Moon in Aries. It's time to take action. So in your previous lifetime, when I see Aries, this is a sign where the sun gets exalted. Like the sun is strongest when it is posited in Aries. And man, this feeling of royalty, this feeling of royal lineage comes back again. I don't know what else to say, because it is a sign of authority. Aries is a sign where it's like Aries sign carries so much energy because it is a Martian sign, right? And it is a sign where sun gets exalted. Whatever you were, pile number 3, in your previous life, you made a huge impact in those lifetime. Like huge. I will not be surprised, like if you like maybe go for a past life reading, and find yourself written in the pages of history, like literally, like some sort of important kings or queens, or someone who made a huge contribution in the field of art, like I said earlier, like Beethoven, or maybe even hugely popular actors. This is what I'm feeling. I know I'm sort of, this sounds so unbelievable, because you know what, I'm also finding this to be very unbelievable, that I'm feeling this energy. But wow, Panamati, wow. And you'll be ready to even more surprised, because let's see what you have. You have Leo, full moon in Leo, and wait, you even have new moon in Leo. Now, What else can I say? Pile number 3, what else? You have Aries, where sun gets exalted. You have the sun rule sign of Leo, double Leo. If this does not talk about a royal one, if this does not talk about nobility, if this does not talk about like a celebrity, like a star, I don't know what will. Man, this needs no further explanation. This is it. Pile number 3. Wow, such a huge force of nature you were. Pile number 3 in your previous lifetime. Wow, wow, wow. Whew. Now let's roll the astro dice. Your reading is pretty short. Pile number 3. I think pile number 2 took a little while because I was finding this many. Well, in your reading, it's pretty fast. It's clear cut. We like this. Okay, we like this. Now let's roll your astro dice. So spirit, this reading is for pile number 3. Please, who were they in their past life? Please give us any extra messages you may have about with regards to their previous lifetimes, please, for pile number 3. You have Libra in 4th house, and I'm not surprised. I'm not, Sun. So when Sun is in 4th house, pile number 3, it talks about a provider. It talks about someone upon whom other peoples rely. So yeah, a lot of people relied on you in your past life, and you worked a lot for your people. Pile number 3, you worked a lot for the sake of others, because Libra sign talks about others. Anyone who is not you is Libra. And Libra talks about justice, right? It talks about balance. So you provided for a lot of people in your previous lifetime. Pile number 3. And with Libra, I think in your previous lifetime, pile number 3, when Sun is in Libra, it is not as strong as it is in Aries, or maybe even Leo, because Sun in Libra, when Sun falls in Libra, it talks about having a difficult relationship with your father, having a difficult relationship with your ancestors, having a difficult relationship with authority, right? Maybe in your past life, pile number 3, maybe at least in one of your past life, you struggled with your position, you struggled with this popularity, you struggled with all of this attention you had, all of this responsibility you had to carry, because you had a lot of mouth to feed, because you had to make huge decisions which could affect a lot of people, which could affect the trajectory of your country, of your lineage. Maybe you did not enjoy the power that you had. Maybe you did not enjoy the popularity you had as much as others would think you enjoyed, right? So this is another detail that we are having. And with Libra in being in the 4th house, so it's like this, pile number you were a very, very emotionally driven, like highly emotional and even intuitive person in your past life, pile number 3. Maybe even now you carry some memories, some emotions, and like I said, skills from your past life to this life. And with this also, I would be interested to know I think you should take a look at the position of your moon in your birth chart, pile number 3. That could give you a lot of answers about some sort of this unexplained feelings of like loneliness, like feeling like you are something is not quite full, like there is something that you should know, there is something still that needs to be filled up, like the feeling of emptiness is what I'm feeling. Pile number 3. Maybe this is the energy of this life, or maybe this is the energy that is calling you to maybe connect with one of the missions that you have carried from your previous lifetimes. Wow, this reading started so simple and so good, and suddenly now it has turned so complex. Okay, with this, I'm going to close your reading for today, pile number 3. Hope that you enjoyed it. And wow, ooh, your reading is really good. Okay, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you have not yet. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, of course, and please do share if you have anything to comment on with regards to this reading as well. I wish you all the very best, and thank you for letting me this reading for you. I thank your guides and my guides for supporting us throughout this reading. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, have a good time. Hello, Pile 3, it's me again. Sorry, it's a voiceover. I completely forgot to mention the parts of the world that I was feeling that you were connected to in your previous lifetimes. So, here it is. So, I was strongly feeling that you must have been born in a South American continent uh, in at least couple of your previous lifetimes, pile number 3, and then Scandinavia and Africa was also coming on strongly, and also and also um, and also Europe, to be honest with you. But what I was feeling is not the Central Europe, but the westernmost and easternmost Europe, like the Russia and the surrounding countries, and then again the UK and area surrounding that, uh, and also with Africa. I was mostly feeling northern and southern part. I don't know why, but yeah, that was what I was feeling with regards to the places that you might have been born in your previous lifetimes. Yeah, that's it.